Guys, I'm super excited to show you an update on Dale Does It All and what we're currently building in our backyard. Take a look. So for quite some time now, I have really struggled with the amount of space that I have in my shop. And because of that, I have really had a hard time being able to work on projects, get things organized, and have enough room to do the things that I need to do. So guess what? We are building a 30 by 40 garage. And that garage is going right here. So recently my brother-in-law, who owns an excavation company, Right Way Construction, has been leveling and flattening out this place where we're gonna put our slab. We're gonna go ahead and do 6 inches of concrete so we can make sure that it's gonna be able to support any of that heavy equipment that we're gonna need to bring in here, whether it's the excavator or the tractor, and now it's not gonna be cracking. I'm really excited to show you guys the layout, what I built, and the business that I'm actually going with to get this project done. So let's take you to the inside, to the office, and I'll show you guys who I'm going with. So every big project starts with a plan. And my plan starts with AmericanMetalBuildings.com. That's the website and the business I'll be using to turn an empty lot into a fully functional shop. This site has everything from carports, sheds, metal barns, but what I need is a solid garage. Since I'm building right here in North Carolina, I'll go ahead and set up the website to see what options are available in my area. Now that we've got that set, it's time to jump into the 3D designer and start shaping this project. With my zip code locked in, now we start designing. So the website loads a default structure, and right away you can spin it, zoom in, and take a close look around the framework as if you're standing inside. Up close, you can see the steel bones of the building, which will hold everything together once the concrete is nice and poured. From the options, I'm choosing a triple wide garage. It's the right size for what I'm after, and it gives me enough room to future-proof the space. The default layout shows a pair of garage doors and a massive one across the front. That's important because when this shop is done, I'll need an opening large enough that it'll allow me to get the heavy equipment in, like the tractor and the excavator. The size is already locked in at 30 by 40 foot, which is perfect. And I've also went ahead and upgraded to a 4 by 12 roof pitch. Steep enough to handle the water, but not so tall that it looks out of place. I toyed around with the idea of adding lean-tos onto the side for extra cover, and they look great, but in the end, I just decided to keep it simple and stick to the main structure. Next up are the walls. I switched the siding from horizontal vertical, and not just for the look, but also for the added durability and horizontal supports. Not to mention the vertical panels shed water better and just give a better aesthetic and cleaner appearance. Now time to customize the openings. This is where the garage turns from a shell and into something functional. With the main door for heavy equipment like the tractor and excavator in place, I'll get started on the sidewalls. With the side facing the house, I plan to have 2 large 9 by 8 garage doors on the side with a man door for easy access. Using the copy tool on the garage door, it makes really adding a second one a breeze. It just duplicates the pre-existing one on that wall. Windows are up next, and I added them on all sides, mainly to take advantage of the natural light. It's not just about electricity savings, it's more or less to make the shop feel open and it's usable, especially during the day, and it'll be perfect for filming to allow all of that natural light inside. I made sure to keep the windows higher on the rear wall, just so that way they keep the wall from obstructing anything like tool cabinets or toolboxes. The nice thing about this design is that you can drag these around and you can instantly see how it changes the space, whether that's shifting a window closer to your workbench or just seeing how things will line up on a certain wall. Well, just like that, you're starting to see the building come alive. The doors give it access, the windows give it character, and the slab underneath gives it strength. Make everything black, and now it's perfect. Now, it's not all about just choosing the layout for your shop or the size and windows and doors. Some of the things to consider is also where you're gonna put it. Now, depending on the type of slope you have in a yard, and if you're like me, you could go between a few inches in elevation difference to potentially several feet. And that is gonna greatly impact your cost. You may have to bring in dirt, you may have to bring in backfill, or ultimately, if you do like a monolithic pour, you may have to pay for extra concrete. Additionally, you wanna consider how the water slopes. Now, if you have a yard where maybe you're not working with a lot of room, you may be slightly challenged in how you can position your building to where you can make sure that the water is still going in a direction that's okay. So adding channels or natural swells after you grade for a building like this is going to be critical to making sure that water doesn't enter your building. Also, you don't want to create any issues to where water is now draining towards your house, towards your pool or your patio, and definitely not your crawl space. All of that has to be taken into consideration to make sure you're not creating any more issues. Well guys, you're gonna see in the next few videos this building going up, the pad getting installed, and hopefully me finishing a new garage. Like, subscribe, see you on the next one.